There's someone taking over me. Go. Look at the camera, see it take a picture, framed on the image of my fragile face. I'm not the man that I used to be. Someone has taken over me. He uses my hands, he uses my eyes. He's not the person that I used to be. There's someone taking over me. Someone taking over me. And I want to run, I need to escape. I want to run, I need to feel like myself. Witness the horizon, the sun is falling downward with images of pain that coexist. Look into my eyes, you see they're not my eyes. Older and colder they become. They used to see the world, they used to see the beauty. Now they only gaze upon decay. There's someone living inside of me, and I can't resist it. There's someone living inside of me. I won't get away. Death is a factory, feel its breath on you. Cornered in the vacuum of what we call existence. What is it worth to us now? The person that I have inside will bury me alive, but I've got to get them there before I have to die. There's someone taking over me. There's someone taking over me. And I want to run, I need to escape. I want to run, I need to feel like myself. And there's no one there. Someone taking over me. Someone taking over me. Sneak peek, yo. Gotta play something while I get the microphone ready for the other parts. no distance left to run. So much left to be seen. Get away for a day with a white dress you and grace, and we can dance till dawn. Who needs to breathe when all the lights are flashing on your skin? Under us the pulsing heat begins. Who needs to breathe? Who needs to breathe? I'm watching you now, there's nothing left to prove. Don't pretend that your instincts are all wrong. Give me your hand, it is time, take a stand. How much more of this short life will you waste? We'll have fun in the sun, there's no distance left to run. So much left to be seen. Get away for a day with a black dress you will grace, and we can dance till dawn. Who needs to breathe when all the lights are flashing on your skin? Under us the pulsing heat begins. Who needs to breathe? Who needs to So you want to be free, yet you'll sit there watching me. You are trapped by a feeling you can't hide. Turn down the world, set your heart upon a dream, then act it out in detail in your mind. We'll have fun in the sun, there's no distance left to run. So much left to be seen. Get away for a day with a black dress you will grace, and we can dance till dawn. Who needs to breathe when all the lights are flashing on your skin? Under us the pulsing heat begins. Who needs to breathe? Oh, 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 who needs to breathe? Oh, 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 who needs to Hi everyone. How are you? Oh, it's good to be back on the stream and talk to all of you out there. Oh man. So, yeah, I'm a little under the weather in here. Not so much physically, but everything's not working quite right in here right now, but I think it's because it's that thing that happens when you come back from really good shows and then you're like, I call it the post show depression stage. It happens. You tour, you feel great, and then you want to come home and you're dying to come home, and then you want to go back out. So it's this strange cycle that happens. And I'm not unique in that way. I've heard a lot of people do it, or have gone through it. But it's going to be an interesting evening only because I've got a lot of music that everybody picked out, which was nice because I wasn't really ready. So let me explain what's going to happen because it's going to be a bit of a strange next 2 weeks, I guess. But so next week there won't be a stream. I will try to maybe give you an update or so or throughout the week, and you'll kind of understand why. But I don't think there's going to be a stream next week. But what I'm going to do, what I had planned to do this week, but it didn't work out, but that gives me one extra week to kind of get things done, is I'm going to do a full on, straight up hour and a half to 2 hour rehearsal right here on the stream 2 weeks from now, full setup. Everything's going to be set up behind me, and I'll have lights going, everything. And I'll do a full on rehearsal of sorts. So you can start, I'll probably put up a flyer as if it were a show tomorrow, and you can start getting your requests in. Doesn't mean I'm going to play them when it comes to the live thing because it's going to be a little harder. But one of the things I want to do is kind of revisit the set I just did in Germany, which was really nice. And just a couple things that are off kilter that normally I wouldn't play. So or that doesn't get played as much. So start getting those requests in. And like I said, it's not next week, but the following. So we'll have 2 weeks to kind of promote and stuff. So we can see if we get more people in the house. But will I have a ladder in the rehearsal? You know what's funny? Probably not, because I think the neighbors would not like that. Because I also have my tom and my cymbals downstairs, but I don't think that would work. Not in this room. So no, probably not. No ladder, maybe. I say maybe because one never knows with me, but no, I don't think so. But it'll be like a mini, like a mini concert kind of thing, and totally free. You just show up, be nice, and it'll be different because I've been dying to do that for a while now. And like I said, I was gonna do it this week, but there's so much going on in Abox land, post Germany and pre Germany that is still kind of lingering about. So yeah, I wasn't able to get it done this week to get it just right. It's a lot of setup, okay? But so for this week, we're just gonna hang, and I've got all your requests. I wrote them all down. I've got a bunch. By the way, in case you didn't know, the first song that I played tonight was it's actually an old one that I've been working on and off, but I started to work on it, especially when I came back from Germany, because it has, I don't know, it has a feel. And it's probably going to come out with pieces and another song as a single for the current album. So that's what's going on with that. So you got to hear a sneak peek with probably a raspy vocal because my throat's not that great right now, but sorry. It is what it is, mates. But yes, I just got back from Germany and that was fun, and we will talk about it. But after that song, I played a song for Alfonso, and he had requested Who Needs to Breathe. It's not a show. Oh, Alfred asks on YouTube, a rehearsal for a show where? It's just a rehearsal to have a rehearsal that's live on the channel. So you can just
watch me rehearse for whatever it's worth. It might be fun or it might be like totally boring. I don't know. But I figured I might try something different because, I'm not a YouTuber and I don't really want to do like I'm not going to be doing videos all the time and that kind of thing that YouTubers do. It's not what I'm about. So, in fact, I was thinking this week how crazy it is that I've actually done that many streams cuz I'm not really as comfortable as you think on camera. I'm not. I think I make it look better now, but I'm not that comfortable. So, it's not something that I want to do all the time, but it's something that I thought, you know what I mean? That I would do. But anyway, oh, sorry. Let me take another. Well, yes, I like raspy sound too, but only when I want it that way, not when it's like, you know, it was feeling a little today where it's like kind of closed off and I'm like, man, sucks. The heat definitely is not my friend today, but yes, thank you. But yeah, so anyway, we're just hanging. Although I do have a topic. It's actually a friend of mine brought this up and I thought about this one. I don't know, like I was thinking about it that there was no specific topic. I mean, there's a million things I could probably talk about. But of course, I avoid the obvious things which are just divisive and stupid. And so I don't like to get into all that kind of stuff. So it's just not my thing. So, oh, thank you. JPK says, did the same live rehearsal thing during lockdowns. It should be good. Yeah, that kind of thing. I wanted to bring back like a different flavor of like the stream. So it's not just, me talking about a topic. But, sorry, let me get comfortable. There, that's so much better. Sit back, let the back not feel all stretched out. So anyway, I'm gonna play a song. This one is for Sue Castillo over in McAllen, I think, right? Are you still in McAllen, Sue? I don't know. But if you are, this one is for you. This is Rise. And it was on the set in Germany, by the way. This was one of the ones that was on the set in Germany. Although not everything that's on this list was in Germany. And I forgot to put a song on my set list from Germany, which was even funny because it was one of the big ones. And I forgot to put it on there, which is like, not good. But, here you go. I can watch the time go by like a broken tape machine, playing over all the parts of a forgotten scene.
sky. We can make ourselves believe we know the reasons why. So rise, we will rise above it all. 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 We will all ascend.
I always forget that part is there, which is funny. Funny that I would forget that. Um, what's going on? What is going on? Oh, that's weird. You can't see my comments, huh? That's strange. Yeah, Facebook might be screwing up again. It does this weird thing where sometimes it just, I don't know. I don't know if it's because it detects some sort of, I don't know. I don't even want to say it, but and it's messed up recently. More so than usual. Dylan Rose says, have you heard of White Waits, who I believe is the lead singer of Cause and Effect? Solid Gold is amazing. No, I have not. I'll have to check it out. I will check that out. Um, Funny factoid about me. I tend to not listen to new music while I'm working on stuff. It's just because I don't want to get so I have like a queue of stuff that I'm supposed to listen to, and I haven't had a chance yet. But well, it's because when I got back from Germany, but anyway, I digress. So, for those that don't know, June 8th, I went to Germany and I played Leipzig, and it was the Wave Gothic Treffen Festival, and it was fun, man. That was a lot of fun. Oh, and by the way, sorry, I know, I'm all over the place. It's because I haven't done this in so long. It's like I have to relearn it. Anyway, yes, I see all of you. So thank you, Lalo, for being here. JPK Nights on Twitch. Alfred, Dylan, Wendy, thank you. George, Mai, Claudio B, awesome. Alfonso, thank you. I hope you heard the song that I had for you. Lisa, Eric, George, Kim Clark, Rita, Eric Bustos is in the house. Kevin Jones, I've got I got pretty much everybody's request on this one. Linnell, Edward, yeah, Warren. Oh, now the chat just went crazy. Every time I scroll, it just starts to go crazy. Oh, Robert's in the house too. Adam, nice. Blacklight in the house, nice. Sage, thank you. Now it's back to normal, so I can see everything. But thank you. Easy Sparky, yes, I see you too. So yeah. So now I can tell you that now I can move on with the story. So yeah, I was in Germany. I played Leipzig, which is basically every year, and I think they've done this for 30 years now. A gothic slash dark wave festival, and it was one of the coolest experiences I've ever had. It was a lot of fun, and but it was also really important because Worth was recorded, and everything that went and happened around the Worth era basically in the same months that I was there. So it was a weird trip to come back to Germany and actually play. So it was a way of resetting my brain to all the memories I'd made prior, that, while the memories of recording the album were good, the aftermath of the album, of course, was not so good. So, and that has nothing to do with Germany being, not Germany's fault. It was just the way things happened here in the States. But Jay the T-Trans. Gothic or dark wave? Goth wave? I'm all of those things and none of those things, which is funny. So that brings up the topic of the evening because someone else had asked me that privately, which was like, do you consider yourself a gothic band? And I was like, sometimes. I mean, I know that there's aspects of Abox that definitely were in that category, especially in the early days, because, I that's kind of where my first stomping grounds were in the gothic slash punk scene. So I could see that, some aspect of that, yeah, of course. But on the other side of it, I'm also not gothic and I'm also not dark wave and I also am dark wave and which like I said a friend of mine brought up an interesting thing on X which was conformity. And I've never wanted to conform to anything. I tend to be more all over the place. Like I know what I like and certainly goth falls into that category just as does dark wave, but I also love old psychedelic rock. I love punk rock. I like some heavy metal. I like some country stuff. Dare I say it? On occasion, I might even like some 1970s yacht rock. So I'm all over the place when it comes to music. So thank you for that, Emilio. Emilio's in the house. A-Box is punk rock of a different sort. It's actually, I got to tell you something funny about what you just said, though. I remember playing in Peru, and this band from Sweden was playing before me, and they were very, very rudimentary. Like it was very good synth pop, but it was just, it followed the rules. And when he saw me play, he said to me, he goes, I don't know how to classify you. You're not doing anything by the rules." And for some reason, that thought came into me when I did the change. Here, I'll just show you because it was really funny. I don't know if I can bring this up because it was funny. So I just want to show you this. So it's funny. So this picture is from the Germany show, and I'm wearing black, right? And then I stepped out and let a song play on the computer, and then I came out dressed in white. So, if you judge things as they are, then you realize that wearing all white is not a very goth thing to do. But I did it. So, because I break the rules. And I think that was something I actually said to the audience when we were there. I was like, just remember, you got to break the rules. You have to break rules. Um, so that's kind of like the theme here is like you got to break the rules. Like, and to break the rules always means weird things. Like you don't fit into anything. You don't fit, you know, dare I say it, you may not fit politically. You may not fit in all the different little boxes that everybody tries to put you in. And I've never been the sort to like seek out being in, with the in thing. Like I've never sought that out. But at the same time, I've never been against it, meaning, because, like I said, I was talking to someone and then it wound up being an online conversation. But the basics of it were that someone once asked me, like, wouldn't you have liked to have sold millions of records? Which, by the way, I don't know if I did or not. That's a different story. But assuming, right, that I didn't, if someone says, wouldn't you have liked to have sold 1 million records, right? And I was like, of course. I'm like, selling 1 million records doesn't make you the Pop Tart or the shill. Um, Doing well or succeeding doesn't make you a bad person. What makes you a bad person is bad decisions or your bad choices. So like if, you know, if I don't know, if I was out there committing crimes or something, then I would say that those are the bad actions. Or if I was like, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Because even the word selling out is a weird thing to me. Like I don't understand. Like I understand what it means on a visceral level. Like I know, like I wouldn't want my songs in a commercial for stuff that I didn't like. So, you know what I mean? But I think it was funny because some people said, well, when yeah, someone just said it. Someone said when Peace came out that obviously we were definitely um, leaning more into the pop side than the other side, and I'm like, wow, but that's kind of where we were going already. So it's not like we didn't, it's not like we didn't have elements of like the goth thing or the industrial thing before. We did. We always did. It's just now it's starting to become more noticeable to people now how weird Anything Box really is. Because for a long time people really didn't know how weird Anything Box is. And believe me, Anything Box is weird because yours truly is weird. So all is good. Yeah. So anyway, let's play a song. So this one, ooh, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? Who requested this? Oh, this one's for you, Lalo. Soldier and Child, which by the way was on it was on the set for Germany, but I didn't get to play it. There was like 2 or 3 songs I didn't get to play in Germany because of time constraints at the festival, but this was one of the ones I wanted to play. But we didn't get a chance to. So, Soldier and Child. Ha! Steve's in the house too. Nice, Steve. You should have been there, Steve. I think you would have loved it, man. Plus, it would have been, well, I will say this. This was interesting for me about the whole Germany thing. So when I went to Berlin back in 1991, um, I don't remember a lot of people speaking English. In fact, in the area of Berlin where our apartment was, I very distinctly remember I had to learn how to order things like bread and sandwiches and whatnot because not only was everything in German, but I didn't speak a lick of the language and it was really tough. So I kind of went back to Leipzig when I was in Leipzig thinking that I was going to have this tremendous language barrier. And I was blown away by how many people spoke English. I was blown away from how many Americans were there, and I was blown away from how many Argentinians were there. Argentines were there, because I caught people speaking Spanish, and then I'd be like, "Are you Argentine?" And then, as it turned out, I met a few Argentines up there, so that was interesting for me. So it made things a little easier, um, for Mike and I to kind of get around. So that was kind of cool. And like I said, the it was one of the coolest experiences. I will say this, I missed the coolest shot on earth, and I can only tell you about it because I had every intention of going back to get this shot. Um and it was too late. So there's this train that would pick people up from the train station and take them to the festival. So like I said, it's a goth festival. So I want you to picture a train where the first 5 or 6 cars, every single person on the train is goth. It was the coolest thing I've ever seen. And I was like, goths on a train, goths on a train. I'm like, I've got to try to get on the train. I've got to try to wait for the train to stop, get on, just shoot as much as I can shoot of just goths on a train, and then get off and come back. And I was telling Mike, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. But then when we got out of our side of the festival, it was like dead because it was like really late at night. And so it was too late. And then the next day we had to leave. So I was like, oh man, we missed the shot, the Goths on the train shot. So next time, because there will be a next time, I'm going to go and be there for the entire festival. I am telling you right now that I want to go to the next one. Hopefully I play, but I want to go to the next one and do the whole 7 days because it was just insane. I've never seen anything like it, and it was pretty awesome. Although I will say I missed out on seeing Camouflage and Alphaville because they played the day that I was flying, which really sucked. I thought they were playing on the same day. They weren't. So better scheduling because even the schedule was a little nutty. So like, I mean, I knew what day I was playing, but I wasn't really sure who was playing where and when until like 2 days before I left. And then it was too late to make changes because I would have loved to have seen Alphaville. So that's a regret. And I didn't get to see Camouflage, but I did get to see Morphos. Got to see well, they played right before me. So I got to see them. I got to see Be Born Baton, and I probably butchered that name. And Icon of Coil. I got to see a little bit of Icon of Coil because I was hanging out backstage with fans, but backstage there was on the floor, so I was able to watch the band too. So that was kind of fun. So I think it's going to be a fun thing. If I highly recommend it. So go. It's awesome. The city is fantastic. People are great. And the food was unbelievably good. Um, just unbelievably good. So we ate no bad food at all. Like, well, we did, but I can't even tell you what it was because it was awful. You know what we ate that was bad? I'm going to tell you, I'm going to confess. So we got spoiled because the first 3 days, everything was open all night long. So we were getting like the best food at any time we wanted. So we were able to go watch a band play and then like hang out in the fairgrounds and then just get all kinds of great food. So we thought that the night that I was playing, same thing was going to happen. I didn't know that that night some holiday had happened and we didn't know about it. So basically when we were done and finally all the gear was packed up, it was like, I don't know, 1 o'clock in the morning. We thought that there was still going to be a lot of stuff going on, like because in the previous night stuff had been going on. Everything was closed. The only thing that was open was McDonald's. So we like had no choice but to have McDonald's at 1 o'clock in the morning at the train station, which sucked. That was the only bad food, but of course it was fast food. But everything else that we had the entire time was just unbelievably good. So anyway, so yeah, that's not a commercial for McDonald's. Blech, it sucked. It sucks here. It sucked in Germany too. Sorry. Sorry, McDonald's. Yeah, it was pretty bad. But, it is what it is. But it was fun, man. It was fun. I mean, I don't know. Going back was such a strange feeling for me. It was. It was. With so much going on because I don't know. There was stuff that I had to get. It was a weird situation. Let me put it to you that way. It took some mental gymnastics for me to be okay because I left in the most inopportune time here because of the stuff that was going on here. And I was trying to get into the mode of the shows. And then, it turned out to be so amazing. And all I wanted was to come back home because I had all this crap to do when I got back. So it was like, oh, I wish I could stay now. Now, of course, now that you're there, you want to stay, right? So, like I said, I have it written down. Next time, this is what we're doing. This is how we're doing this. So I got a feeling it'll be like best show ever the second time around. Although, like I said, I'm not going to complain. It was fantastic. I enjoyed every second of it. So anyway, let me play you a song. So this one was requested by, oh, all right, God, I can't even see in the dark. I think it said JMO on Facebook wanted to hear Carmen. So as usual, I'm going to play weird things or weird versions if it's one of those songs. But Carmen it is. I call this the Sirius XM acoustic English version. Yeah, I know. Long one. But that's the one it is. And yeah, for now.
There was a girl who used to live at the gray house by the bridge at the end of the empty world. Carmen's the name that evokes death, fear, and shame from the people that she left behind. She had the spirit to live a life so free. Although many people wanted to clip her wings, she ran away. She broke away the chains that they wrapped around her heart.
just one day in the life of a fool. So yeah, always makes me like happy and sad at the same time every time I hear that version. But you can find this one on YouTube. It's on YouTube. There's the Spanish one done this way and the English one. We did it at Brooks's garage, which used to be a studio. We would go there and hang out. And one day I told him, hey, I think I want to just try something. And so I got everyone to go, everyone being Danya and Paul. And we set up on the floor. He mic'd us up and we just went for it. Um, there's some funny things in there. If you go listen to the YouTube version, especially the Spanish version's interesting because you can hear that there's a circuit bent loop playing that's saying a bunch of weird stuff. And the other notable instrument, which I miss, I don't have it anymore, is because we had a flood when I had the studio in Fullerton. We had a flood there that basically destroyed like all kinds of stuff, tapes, some posters that we had, even from the peace era. We had some peace era posters. They got destroyed. And this particular instrument that I had found on eBay, and I have never found it again, because I think it was from the 80s. So it was essentially this weird box that had two knobs on it, and one was for decay and one was for like white noise shape. And then it had a wire and a drumstick, and when you hit it, it would go psh, and it had like a built-in like spring verb in it or something. It was really cool. And if you look at the video, you can see that I'm playing something and you can hear that psh, psh sound. And that's on that recording too. And sadly enough, that got kaput when the flood happened. So I lost a bunch of cool equipment that I loved, as well as, like I said, paperwork and a bunch of weird stuff that don't have anymore thanks to that. But yeah, but yes, but it was a nice time, and yeah. So, but it reminds me of news. So there's this very talented guitar player from El Paso, and he did a version of Carmen acoustically, and he played it, I mean, immaculately. And he and I did a deal where he sent me the tracks, and I still want to record like a new version based on his playing, which is really fantastic. So I still have that. That's one of the projects I have to do. That's coming up. So yeah, I remember. So Easy Spark says, "Do you still have the box?" No, man. I threw it away because this, like I said, this flood happened. Well, I should explain it so that it'll help you understand why it was like not salvageable. So we used to have in the old studio, there used to be basically a storage area behind the studio, and there was a big, thick, black moving blanket that was back there, sort of to, so people wouldn't see what was back there. But it actually acted as a bass trap for the studio. So it was really a very utilitarian thing. And behind that was this storage area. And so we had like, not stock, but it was like all the old reel to reels would be back there, like, ADAT tapes, old DAT tapes. That's where we kept like old posters, legal papers, just all kinds of stuff. And instruments that when I wasn't on tour or I wasn't touring, any instrument that I wanted to put away would go back there. And we had a flood happened where we didn't even know that the water had gotten back there. So it wasn't until we started to like actually like, what is that smell? Like we could smell something. And then we realized that behind that wall, basically everything had been covered in like muck is the best word I can use for it, because it was like black mold and it was really thick and it was on everything. And like the posters literally like fell apart as you touched them. So all the electronics that were back there were covered in this stuff. So it was like, it wasn't something that I was gonna like be able to salvage. Um, yeah, that would have been awesome. But I've never found, like, I never noted what the darn thing was called, except that it was shaped like a miniature version of like a, not a Sensonics drum, but a Simmons kit. Like it had the little shape like Simmons. It might have even been made by Simmons. So, and of course, speaking of Simmons kits, I had a couple of Simmons pads back there. If you look at old Abox videos, there's an electronic kit that we used to carry out with us on the road that I would get behind and play. That entire kit got ruined. That used to be back there. That got ruined. And a $700 laser that we had that was really cool, that got ruined. It was back there. And like I said, a lot of weird lighting and weird things that we only took out when we needed. So yeah, the cleanup was terrible. Well, we had to move. That was why I wound up having to move out of Fullerton, because it was basically the entire second floor of the building was coming down through that back area. So it basically became like a hazard. I hated leaving that place. So yeah, not good. But anyway, it is what it is. It happened. Could be worse. Could be a fire and you die in it, right? So it is what it is. We lived through it. We were able to, salvage what we could salvage. Luckily, this stuff never got damaged, so I was able to, Yeah, it was I swear, it was a handheld, but it wasn't a pad because you didn't hit it. It just had the controls. The actual drumstick had the sensor in it, so you could hit anything, a wall, the rug, you know. Which is funny because I have something similar to that now. I have to dig it out and try it. There's a lot of stuff I have that I haven't even tried. That's a terrible thing to admit, that I have bought things that I haven't even tried yet. Because you're like, oh my god, I want to try this, and then it sits. So terrible, terrible admission there. But yeah, I still have one piece of software that was developed, like, I don't know. I want to say like mid 2000s when VSTs were new, and apparently it maps to um, almost anything in your house through a microphone. And I have not even tried it yet. It's like it's sitting somewhere, so it's something I have to try. But it was like a wand, yeah. But it's not like it didn't have a sound in the actual stick. It came from this box, and it was just a very analog sounding white noise. Of course, now I'm being nerdy, and everyone's like, "What?" Let's play a song. So this one was for, who was this for? Was this for no one? Oh, this one was for my friend David. My David Esquire. This is Jubilation, the slow mix. Just for you, mate.
Every time I close my eyes, I hide behind the blackened lines that follow me throughout my history. The lives I've touched, the things I've done, the things I know will never come, get washed the ground. I saw it happen. It was part of me. And oh, when you feel stranded, don't take for granted this thing called life. And oh, don't take for granted, don't take for granted this thing called life.
Yeah, the slow version. Funny stuff, man. So there's a lot that I want to tell you that I still can't talk about, so I can't. But by next week, I think it'll all come out in the wash, and then you'll know what's going on. But still can't talk. So, but interestingly enough, so anyway, shut up, Claude. So yeah, oh, I about Germany. Here's another funny thing that happened in Germany. We couldn't get Square to work, which was funny, and most people weren't really carrying cash, so we couldn't sell merch. So that was a big thing that happened that we couldn't do. And so we wound up going there without shirts. So there was a lot of stuff we did wrong, which, we're gonna fix it all the next time out. But anyway, yeah, I do want to go back so badly. Because it was such a good thing. Like I really needed it more than I thought I did. I'll be honest, like the week before, I just kept thinking like, oh man, it's so much going on over here that I don't know that I can go right now. There was literally like panic settling in. And I managed to get some rehearsals in, obviously, and the show in Hollywood was good, meaning that I was able to like get the energy I needed to make it work. But it was one of those scary things like, I don't know if I'm ready for this. There's so much going on here. And in the end, it was like, I don't want to go home. I want to stay here and just do more because now I'm like hooked. I want to play all the different cities. So it's funny. So don't be surprised if like in the future there's a whole German tour because I swear to God, I think I want to do that. I think I know exactly all the cities I'd hit now. And they're all just train rides, which is interesting. I mean, we played pretty far from the city. I mean, from Frankfurt, it was like a 2.5 hour train ride to Leipzig. So it's not like we were really close to all the major places. But I would have liked to have like seen more, and go back to Berlin as well. That would have been fun. So yeah, I'm gonna definitely plan on that. For sure. For sure, for sure. I mean, but again, did everything work out the way I thought it would? Yeah. And it was interesting because I actually thought it like in the beginning I thought it wasn't going to work. But it wound up being like I said, it's just I don't know. I don't know, it was cool. So anyway, as you can see, I was very prepared for this stream, wasn't I? Well, luckily we have lots of music. But yeah, oh yeah, gosh, the train rides were phenomenal. And like I said, the food was so amazing. Even just the breakfast food at the hotel was unbelievably good. Um, it's like, I just loved being in Europe again. I was like, oh my God. Like that's I don't know, man. It was good. All right, let's play music. Let's play music. So, what have I got? What have I got? Oh, so it's past 9. So what I'm gonna do is obviously, when it's past 9, I have to like, you know, plan for the next hour or whatever that's gonna be. But anyway, so this one's gonna start off with hello. This one's for my and the new kitten, because that's how it was. That's how it was. That's how it was told. I'm like, I want to see this new kitten. Um, Post a picture. That's another thing. I came back thinking I miss having pets in a bigger place. That I swear that's something that hit me when I got back, is I wanted to be in my studio proper. And if you want to know, I'm going to tell you this. I am going to work my ass off this whatever's left of this year and this world before we blow it up, and try to get myself into the bigger place so that I can get the studio going, because I want to have a drum set in the studio now, and I want to have my piano in the studio. There's no doubt in my mind that that's what I want. So, and I want to dig out some of the instruments I have in my closets, including one of my two ESQs, and have them out so I can like start making samples. What have I got in my pocket? Anyway, here's hello. Oh, I'm so bad.
There you are, standing.
Oops. What the heck just happened?
There you are, standing near the buildings with a photograph burning in your hand. The ashes fell towards the pavement. It reminded me of snow. I thought hello. For a time, all I felt was indecision. Then the flash of your eyes, they synchronized with mine. Only for a second said hello.
That was for Mai and for Claudio B. Hello. That begins the next segment, as it were. Whatever it is, because I don't have anything to talk about. I really don't. It's just because, honestly, I was going to do the rehearsal thing, and I realized that, man, there's like a lot I have to do to this room to kind of make that happen. Otherwise, I'm just singing to track. And I wanted to try, like having like all my samples up and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I want to do it good. So it's something I want to do. So, like I said, not next week, because next week there won't be a stream, but the week after. So, in 2 weeks, full rehearsal, interesting, and we'll pick a weird set. Like, we'll just do like crazy stuff. I'll have everything that I got in I don't know, I'll pick out some weird stuff in the arsenal. I miss doing certain songs. That's something that happened when I was in Germany. Oh, and I got to tell you this because this was funny. Because I posted the set list twice now, and I realized that the one song that I kind of wanted to show everybody that we didn't do, or that I did not put on the set list on the final thing that I posted, which was last minute. I decided to do the 1989 version of World Without Love. Like, it's a version that we've literally not done since we were in Jersey. And I did that one in Germany, and it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. Dinky as it was, with the same, boom, ch ch boom, boom, ch beat in the back and everything. It was just like, I don't know. It was just really awesome. I really enjoyed it. So I want to practice that one some more, to do it, right? The Swift version. Oh my God. No, let's not call it that. Oh my God, that would be terrible. The Swift version. Oh, kill me. Funny. That was funny, Joseph, on Facebook. The Swift version. But I will say this. No one's ever heard, because, am I right, Joseph? You're in El Paso, right? I can tell you right now, no one in El Paso has ever heard this version. No one. Because we stopped playing that version right as Worth began, because we changed it to make it more, I don't know what the word is. I guess we wanted to try to make it more danceable, as though is the correct word. But I've played the demo here on the stream, and everyone's like, "Oh, I love this version." I'm like, you know what's funny? This version used to actually get a lot of attention at the shows, whereas the normal, or the version of World Without Chicago. I knew it. I messed up. Sorry. Well, same thing. Chicago's never heard this one either, because I don't think we've played this one. Yes, in the Swifty Girl. Yes. Oh my gosh. If I ever needed a drink, the Swifty version. Oh my God. Ah, that was funny though. I will say that's funny. But yeah, that was the version that I played in Germany this time out, and that was a bit of a risk. But then I figured nobody knows it anyway, so it doesn't matter, But I was surprised that many people did know it, so that was even weirder. So anyway, funny enough. But it's true. It is true. This is what happened. And now it's funny because I was gonna play it tonight, and I was like, "Ah, nobody requested it." But then you know what? We don't have. I mean, there's a lot to play still. So, although, here, give me a second. I know you're like, "What? What are you doing?" I'm crossing off the ones I played, because if I don't, I'm gonna mess up. Oh, I forgot about that. Uh-oh. Oh no, it's there. Okay, cool. Did we do that one? No. Yeah, we did that one. Sorry. That's what's called listening to something live. You get to see the dead air too. Nice. I just lost like 10 people watching because they're like, what is he doing? You're in my studio, just like a fly on the wall, and I'm talking to myself because I can't really see anyone. I just pretend that I can. I always pretend like we're sitting in a cafe and I'm just talking, but I don't like being the only one talking. So it's like it freaks me out in a weird way. So, you know what would be funny? To have one of these streams, but I just have a bunch of people here and then just give everybody a mic. I think that would be fun. Maybe I'll try that one day. Uh, maybe I will. Maybe that's the future. Maybe that's what I'll do. Anyway, so let's play a song now. Let's see. What do we got? Oh, yeah. So this is for Carlos, which I believe this one was on X or Facebook. I haven't been saying who's what, but at any rate, he had requested this one, and I haven't heard this one in a while, and I haven't practiced this one in a while. So I kind of want to hear it because I just want to get a feel for it. Because this is one I haven't done in a long time, a really long time. At least live. I'm not talking about the stream, but live. Um, I'll just let you hear which one it is.
You're my best friend. You're always around. And when I'm lost, you find me.
Huh. So I guess the mic was on the whole time. But
Telemetry has been partially lost due to planetary distances.
thank you for that.
Now switching to particle band 13. Thank you for using SpaceNet.
Oh, that's good. I intended that. So, you guys ever hear of the dead internet theory? Did you ever hear about that? The dead internet theory, which basically says that over time, the entire the entirety of the internet is mostly made up of bots and fake things, fake sites, fake people. So that basically we're interacting with a very small group of people, whereas in the very beginning of the internet, it was like this crazy thing. You know, I can almost believe it. And the reason I say that I almost believe it is that, man, I remember when websites were so crazy, like you would find the most insane stuff on the internet. And I don't mean like bad things. I'm talking about really creative things. Like you would go on a site that, that might be like everything on this site is red and there was no reason for its existence other than to like just entertain you. And I really loved that aspect of the internet when things used to be so strange and out there and not homogenized and not everything had, a border on top and all the ads on the side and before pop-ups and before all that weirdness. um that's so funny, Todd. But don't you think it's odd that everybody keeps talking about the internet being dead? But you actually have to think about it, because I mean, I'm on X a lot and sometimes I swear I'm like, this is a bot. Like, this is just a bot. This person's not even real. And they've got like a 500,000 followers, but they're not real. So, you know what I mean? Like, so it's one of those, or it could be moving in that direction, just weird things. So, yeah, yeah, that's what I mean. So Kim Clark says, I think we hit the dead internet thing. There's a lot of AI videos out there with, yeah, exactly. It's like there's so much stuff that's fake that none of the things we see can we be sure of what we're seeing. And what's really crazy to me is that now media sources, and when I say media sources, I mean news sources, they're even caught up in it, dare I say, not just creating these things, but thinking they're real. So I don't even know, like there's a weirdness to it where I'm like, I wonder what our world's gonna look like in just a year from now. Like, I mean, it's already that crazy now. So I feel like it's moving at a pace that is unbelievably fast, and I'm not sure we can keep up with it. So yeah, it's made me feel a little bit odd with the creative stuff, because I mean, it's like someone was saying today. I saw someone saying, this is like getting off whatever topic we were on prior in the hour, but I'm going somewhere with it, I swear. So one person had brought up this very interesting topic about YouTube, now scouring all of the videos that have ever been uploaded to train its AI. And I thought that was just, to begin with, a terrible idea, but it's happening. So one artist was saying, well, I mean, like, what's left if I can't put my music on YouTube because now it can be scraped? He goes, I can't put my music on Spotify because now no one wants to, do anything. He goes, what's left? Like, what is left for us to do? Like, where are we going to put stuff if everything can be scraped? Uh-oh, something just happened. I don't know what just happened. Uh, it always happens when I talk about this stuff. Do you ever notice that? It always happens. I don't know what's going on here. Well, I seem to be back. Yeah, I see people are watching, but I guess the chat died. Nice. I see you, Mai, but you're the only one because it looks. I mean, it looks like there's still people watching, but yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's so like it could be going back to physical media, which obviously it's a good thing. You know, let me put it to you this way: I'm not as scared of it because at least I know that it's for me. Not, I'm not saying that this is for everybody else, but for me, I can play live. I have physical media. I have, you know, shirts I can make. I can do prints. So there are avenues for me to explore and keep going. But I totally can understand of that idea of like, wow, if I can't even post my stuff on social media because it's going to get stolen by bots, that is kind of scary. I mean, it used to be I'm afraid of someone taking something and giving it away to someone else, and now I'm afraid of someone using my voice to create a song and say it's me to sell it to someone else. I mean, like that's where we are. It's kind of crazy to me. Like that's where we're at. You know, it's like we're like doing this weird thing. Yeah, and it's not the 1950s nice robots either. It's these weird entity type things. That's why. So, anyway, made me think a little bit of that line in the song I just played, but where it says, you know, all the machines will collapse. You know, I mean, I think the machines are going to cause our collapse now. But I know it sounds morbid. I'm not trying to be morbid. It's just, you know. Okay, play a song, because we have a lot. So, okay, sorry. Going back here. Oh, this was new. Because I don't think I've played this one very much on the stream. This one goes to Scott Coolidge, who wanted to hear Love Will Be Your Friend. And let's do that. Love will be your friend.
As we're driving by, I can see them standing near the train. Almost in my mind, I can hear them sigh.
Whoa. So you're saying, wait, so you're saying there's a line in Mission Impossible 8? We are in the entity's reality? Oh boy, that's crazy stuff. Well, maybe we are. Maybe we are. Maybe we're living in a dream and we don't know who the dreamer is. Maybe I'm the dreamer. Maybe one of you are the dreamer and I am just taking part in your dream. I don't rightly know, to be honest. I don't. One can only guess. But yeah, the whole it, it I don't know why, but it hit me hard when I got back from Germany. I just wanted to be in the studio. I didn't want to look at news. I didn't want to look at anything that was going on because I came back to like a mess. I left and things were fine, and then when I got back, there were riots and all kinds of weird shit going on. I'm like, oh my god! Like I came back to it almost in a state of unknown. Like I had no idea these things were going on. So it almost felt like a different world. So I went from one world into another, and I don't know, it just freaked me out. So I just wanted to be in the studio and hide away. And yeah. Jay, the teacher says, we are the music makers and we are the dreamers of dream. Hmm. Cool. I'm going to have to check it out, Joseph. I've been wanting to go see it, actually. I heard it was really good. Mission Impossible 8. I know. I left and all hell breaks loose. What the heck? Can't you guys behave without me? Like, jeez. Kidding, of course, but it was very interesting to come back to all that crap and then realize that all this stuff is going on and it's, it's a lot. Someone asked me if I take, because someone asked me on X, if I take inspiration from things that happen in real life or the news and that situation. And of course I do. But I wouldn't call it inspiration. I would call it like it's a reaction to things that are going on. And usually it is a reaction to the human element of everything that's going on. It's never about the politics of it because I couldn't care less. But it has more to do with the human element. Like everything that happens to the human is the thing that bothers me the most. So whether it's the riots, whether it's war, whether it's, whatever the heck the thing is, I'm always concerned with the humans. Like what is going on with the humans? And so it seems like the humans went crazy for like a week. So anyway, yeah, of course. Yeah, well, we hope so. I mean, we hope that it's that third world war is far from reality, but it's not that far from reality if you really think about how everything is positioning itself. It's not you know, it's it's something we say to make ourselves feel better, but the reality is it does eventually hit us. It will hit us in some form or some way, you know? But easy Sparky, that's funny. No, I mean people have asked me that before and I have said no, but I think that was funny that you thought that that's what they'd asked. No, I was thinking about what was formerly known as Twitter, not like I was on X and that's funny. Now I think about that, how weird that sounds if you say that to somebody. I was on X the other day and this happened. They're like, what? I think that's funny. Uh, that was funny. That was actually a funny. I never thought of it that way. That's hilarious. Um, I was on the site X. One must clarify, I suppose. That is funny. Ah, that's sorry. That really did tickle me. So scratch off that song. No, I'm kidding. Um, oh, someone wanted to hear that. That's crazy. Yeah, we're not playing that. No, I'm kidding. We're playing whatever was requested. I'm playing. So This one, this is the funny one because I think I scratched it out and now I can't tell you like who requested it. Oh crap. Screwed up on that one, didn't I? Well, someone asked the question and I picked the song based on the question. They said, "Have you ever been why what would inspire you to do a cover?" Um and I honestly have not done that many. I have not done that many covers. What inspires me to do a cover is when I think that I can make the song my own. That's the only time. I don't like doing them when people just say, "Hey, you should do this." Because sometimes it's a really good song, and I'm like, "Yeah, it's a good song, but it's not mine. Like it doesn't belong to me." And I can tell it has to be something that I can take and say, "This is mine." Not it. I mean, I know who did it originally, but this version is mine. Like I could really stand behind it. Um, so there's very few and far between, even though I love millions of songs, um, probably more like thousands, but you know what I mean. There's thousands of songs that I love, but that doesn't mean that I would do them all. Like it would be like once in a blue moon, a song will hit me. Um, I did a song in Germany that was a cover that no one's heard yet. So that's interesting, or at least not in the way that I did it there. But maybe we'll do that one during the rehearsal so you can hear what it sounds like. But for now, for that person that asked me about covers, this one's for you. This is Love Will Tear Us Apart from the Diary side of things. Back to drones. So we're right there. We're right towards the end, and there's 2 songs left. So I'm just gonna play them, and then let you know what's going on. So in case you've been here the whole time, awesome. In case you're just joining us on the second hour and just trying to figure out what the heck is going on, my name is Claude S. Anything Box, and I've been doing this since 2020 on Fridays, just hanging out with folks, talking about whatever comes up. In this case, sometimes nothing, but at least there's songs in between. And I play your requests so long as you get them in before 5 o'clock on the day of. And oh, thank you for that. But I still love the original. It's just one of my favorite songs. So yeah, so I do this every Friday, but I will not be doing it next Friday. Tune in if you're listening to this after the fact. Tune in 2 weeks from today, and I will be doing a live rehearsal on stream, which should be interesting, which means you won't get the chat thing, but at least you'll get to hear songs and everything will be live and it'll be fun. At least I hope. No, I'm gonna try to dig out all the lights that I've got and all kinds of weird stuff to make it look pretty. It'll be fun for me. But and by next week I should have some news. So even if I don't do a stream, I will keep you up to date with things that are going on because there's some interesting things coming down the line that you should know about. Particularly because I'm still getting a lot of emails from I've been getting emails, DMs, and all kinds of stuff on basically every single social that I'm on, asking me, where's peace? What's going on with peace? And I'm sorry, I know it's such a weird thing to talk about all this time, but like I said, I can't talk about it yet, but soon enough I will. But stay tuned. I will see you soon. Anyway, let's play a song. This one, I've got 2 songs left, and I'm gonna say who they're for, so that you guys, if you're listening, thinking he's never gonna play what I said. So the last 2 are there's one for Almy and there's one for Kim. I didn't forget about you. So I'm gonna play Almy's first, which is from Worth. This is Come Away, and I'll come right back. Uh oh.
Today I thought the world would end, and I thought I'd lose a friend.
Ah, the fade. Ah, all this stuff going on. Yes, I wish I could tell you, but I can't. Just trust me, I can't. There's a lot of things wouldn't. Yeah, it wouldn't be good for me to tell you everything that's going on right now. It's not all good. It's not all bad, but it's not all good either. But so uh, because it's basically time. So the last song is going to take us out. So this one was requested by Kim Clark, and I know you're there. You're listening, and that's good. I'm very happy that you are. I hope this one's for you specifically because you asked me for this one. Um, this is going to take us out, and we'll hopefully keep you guys tuned in till 2 weeks from now. But this is Transitions. I'm going to say goodnight with this song, and I will see you all on the other side of things. But I will keep you updated this week. Like I said, the minute I hear something, I will definitely keep you guys informed of what's going on, and we should hear something soon. And then I'll be able to be a little bit more forthcoming with what's going on. All right. So I will see you all next time. Thank you for being here. I'll come back and say goodnight before we leave. But UFO Cam, phew, nice. This is the one I like having on for this song. And here you go.
Listening to the airwaves, I can hear your loneliness moving ever faster, although 1,000 miles away. Can you hear me calling you? Am I getting through to you? I detect emotions that I know you can conceive. Will you recognize me when you see me on the stairs? As we are ascending high above the summer air, we'll be happy. We'll be happy. Let's go.
And with that, I say good night. Be nice to each other. Take care of each other. Good night.